Why don't you have some gold chains on?
They're so heavy.
Do you have any regrets so far in your career?
There was this bird who we killed when we were little.
Oh, wow.
But that story remained. It's a story that remained in my heart, to say I'm guilty of something, Up to today, I've always considered myself as that kind of a village boy, But the way I live my life, I see my life as Jesus.
Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome to ZMB Talks. My name is Idiyene. I am the People's Bae. Today, I am hanging out with greatness, and I'm ready to tap into it. You know what we always say, before you check out who I'm going to be hanging out with, please make sure you subscribe, leave a comment, and let us know who you want to see on this show. But before then, please squeeze my lemon. How are you?
Oh, thank you very much. I'm fine.
How's everything?
Everything is fine. We are doing so well. We are doing so fine.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? For me, I just prefer not to wear makeup most of the time. Is that the same? I feel comfortable like this.
Yeah, it's fine.
So is that how you feel when you're performing shirtless?
That's freedom.
Yeah.
That's freedom. You have to be free. Plus, this is summer now. Yeah, so Africa is always hot, so you have to be free and express yourself.
Yeah. Why don't you have some gold chains on?
Gold chains. I think next time I will buy some, but I don't feel like wearing them because they are so. I don't think I'm that kind of a person. They are so heavy. They're so heavy and. It's also good to display your riches out there, but I don't feel like it's good to display them.
Yeah, which is true. I asked that because it's like, oh, Mumba Yachi. When I look at you, it's not someone. If I was to judge you like from the first picture, I'm like, this man is not happening.
Yes.
If I don't know you
exactly.
like that.
Yes.
But then it's like someone who's really filled with knowledge, and we're ready to unpack it today on this show.
Oh, thank you very
much. Have you watched the show before?
Yes, I've watched the chances that I've had to watch. I've watched my favorite Zambian artist, Celeb.
Celeb is a favorite Zambian artist?
Yeah, that one. That one is my favorite. That one.
Why?
I just love his vibe. I love people who are free-minded, people who are them. Who are themselves. I like his voice. I like his vibe. He reminds me of a lot of things. It's just so great.
Nice. Now we're talking about you releasing your 7th album. That's a long way.
Yes.
Like, how long have you been doing this for?
Yeah, I've been doing it for some time, we can say for 2009 up to today,
2009 up to date.
Still working and still feeling like this is when I've started.
Violet. Even the artwork itself is very colorful.
Yes.
Purple,
Yes.
What's the whole idea when one is creating an album, really?
Yeah, I feel like the whole idea must be a body of work, and I feel like every album must have a concept. It's like when you go for a fashion show, there's this designer who's presenting their clothes, their new collections. What you will see the clothes, they will have a certain touch. They will be similar, This can be a jumper, this can be a jacket, but they will have either the same color, same design, because it is that theme for that collection. And I feel like it's the same thing even in music, When you have an album out there, it must have that same feel, you are trying to give to the people. Yeah, so it's a mood, like in this Violet album, it's a mood that I had in my heart, to give people a certain mood all the way,
What mood was that?
That mood is it's a music, it's a collection, it's a combination of Zambian sound and classical music, like international music classical music, put them together, you know, traditional music and world music. The thing is, the music is about, because I've been listening to a lot of classical music,
Yes.
when Mozart, when Beethoven, when Van Dan. So how to combine it with the Zambian sound? So I try to do that. That's what has given me as Violet. So I've done it, the whole album. So it's a mood where it's an album where you need to listen to when you want to rest, you know, when you want to cool your nerves, when you want to have some good time with your family, you know, you want to reflect upon your life. That's a mood.
Is that why it sounded like so emotional? It was so intimate. You've mentioned it a couple of times, saying it felt like a diary.
Yeah. You know, it's an album because talking about the seventh album.
Seven.
Yes,
That's a
you know.
long time.
Yeah, because I've been meditating on the seventh number. You know, you find that that's the number. That's the day God took a rest after creating the world. Like today is the Sabbath day.
When you say meditate, a lot of people don't really get or understand the term meditate. What is to meditate?
To meditate is to be in contact with yourself.
Yeah.
You know that most of the time we live in this world, we don't have time for ourselves. You know, try to be yourself. Try to connect with yourself. Try to shut every thought. Try to shut every ideas in your heart. Just be blank with yourself, so that you can have new ideas. You know, that time is so hard, especially nowadays. We are living. People are so much busy. We don't have time for ourselves.
Yeah.
So meditation is getting deep into yourself.
Yeah.
Because a human being is a universe on its own. All this universe we see, all this, everything we see in the world, it is in us. You know, God also did it. He planted it in us. So when you get into yourself, you discover a lot of things.
Yes, that's true. I usually don't. Well, I do get it sometimes when artists decide to work on an album without any feature. Like you've explained, for you, this album was so intimate. It was a diary.
Yes.
Is that why it didn't have any feature?
Exactly. Now you understand. I'm so happy about it because you have gone already to the point. It was not too necessary to bring in somebody, you know, because it is myself talking about my heart. That's why there is the heart on the cover, because it is my heart speaking. So it was. That's why every music must be a concept. It's a conceptual. You know, if I feature somebody, it means it was necessary to feature that somebody. You know, I've done a song where I featured Chef 187. I featured him because the way he thinks, the way he raps,
Yes.
the way he knows the world, the way he feels about the world. I had that song where I said I want to talk about the future.
Yeah.
So I brought in Chef and he spoke about the future. So it's like in this album I didn't have time to feature anybody because I felt like I have to speak for myself.
Yeah. Is it just me? I know you brought in Chef 187 in the picture, great artist. Is it just me? But I feel like a lot of these artists were really open to work with you after that slapped you feature. That was like,
Yes, Mumba.
you know, like, oh my God, Mumba Yachi. Was there a shift in your career at that point?
I can say so. A shift in terms of people believing in me, you know, because we are living in a world where there is Zambian popular music, and there is the type of music that we do, that I do. So the type of music I do is not that Zambian popular music, mainstream music. So people might not pay attention to what I do so much. But if I work with somebody who they know in the mainstream, that's when it was a shift, because I felt like people started to understand me. People started to say, okay, he does the type of music he does because he can also do this if he wants. If he wanted to do this, he could do it. You know, so that Slapdi feature was a turning point in terms of people believing that Mumba Yachi can also be featured and he can also do something. And I feel like I'm here to be exploited, you know. I
Yes.
need people to exploit me, not just maybe in features, but even in directing their albums,
Oh.
helping them with some songs, writings. I feel like I'm here to help the people.
Oh.
But most of the time I know is because people don't know what I can do.
Okay.
People don't.
Or maybe they don't know how to approach you.
Yeah, maybe.
They think
Maybe that can also be another issue.
Swanga
Yeah, you get the point. But again, I can write them on albums.
For real.
Exactly.
You
one.
mentioned the term believe twice. Do you think we didn't really believe in the craft? Or it took us so long for us to believe in your sound?
Yeah, but to believe is the beginning. I want people to get to another step.
Okay.
I want the people to get from the believing to the knowing. We get to the point of knowing. So to believe is the starting point. So, but what I know is that I know my sound, but I believe that people have started to come slowly to my sound. It's because once you understand that Mumba Yachi's music is not all the time for dance. It is also for resting when you are at your house, resting, you are studying, you are reading. That's the time you can listen to Mumba. So when you understand that, you will get to know that no, my music is also very, very much important.
Okay. Oh, nice. Do you read a lot?
Reading?
Yes.
Yes, I do. I love reading.
What are some of the interesting books that you read?
Interesting books. Okay, I love classic books. Classic stories. Like there are so many.
Okay.
The Divine Comedy. I love the works of Shakespeare.
Okay.
I love John Milton. I just love those big guys. Alexander Dumas. That is my favorite. You know him, Alexander Dumas. You know him because he wrote The Count of Monte Cristo. He wrote The Three Musketeers.
Okay.
Yeah. He wrote the Duke of Bourgogne. He's the most prolific novelist in the whole world.
Is it?
Alexander
I need to
Dumas.
visit your collection.
Yeah, very soon. You know what? I have a plan in my very near future. I want to open my library.
Oh yeah?
Where people can be coming just to read the books.
I can't wait.
Because I feel like that's where most of my money goes. You mentioned about God chains. I feel like my money goes to those things.
To those things, books and not the good chains.
Sometimes I even hide them from my people in my family. When I'm just from buying them, they will say again. That's my weakness.
Have you been to Marlon's Grill before we go any further?
No, this
It's
is
the first time.
Yes.
Welcome to Marlon's Grill.
No, thanks.
Yes, it's
Very
a beautiful place.
Serene, yes.
Yeah.
I feel so comfortable.
Oh, nice. We've got you gizzards.
Yes.
No,
let's try.
I
I wanted even to get Namawo.
Namo.
Yes.
Oh, we can do that.
Ine.
Eh.
Katira kwisa Kuku. Ivine.
Everything.
Fya kumwena kuku kulivi.
I need the other way around.
Ni ukwe? Are you sure? We. Ni uku chachini because you have to cut.
I mean, like, you've traveled the world, not really the whole world, but you've been to Portugal. What are some of the things that you've enjoyed most about traveling?
Traveling, it opens you up to the world, It makes you discover yourself also. It makes you discover...
Oh, this is hot.
taking you out of your comfort zone. You feel like you are a star in your country, but you go somewhere where people don't know you and they don't care about you. They are also busy with their own things. You feel like you are not really a star the way you think.
Oh.
You become a human being,
Oh.
and then you start to cherish the starship that they give you by your people. You start to cherish it. That these people, they see my works, they see me, they give me respect. You start to respect them. Traveling is just so nice. You discover a lot of things.
Yeah. A lot of things. I'm sure that's what also inspired the 2 years of you creating the album. 2 years is a long time.
Yes.
Why did it take you this long?
It took so long because to come up with a good work requires so much time.
Yeah.
It's not easy to come up with a good work because the little details in music are also very, very much important. When you're looking at a sculpture.
Oh, he requested for tea.
No,
Did you drink Fanta?
Yeah, it's fine.
Are you sure?
Yes, it's okay. When you're looking at perfect artwork like a sculpture, you will know that this artist took much time or not, just by looking at the sculpture, how it looks. Those little details, in the eyes, in the ears, all those, when they are perfect, you know that they took much. It's the same thing with music. The little details in music, they need so much time and so much patience.
One of the most emotional songs you've written on this album.
Emotional songs. I don't know. It's for people to tell me, but for me, all those songs were just speaking my truth, speaking from my heart.
Yeah.
It's how people are going to relate. But for me, there are songs that they're too much personal. A song like "The Bird of My Childhood." It's a song that I was speaking to this bird. There was this bird who we killed when we were little.
Wow.
But that story remained. It's a story that remained in my heart, to say I'm guilty of something, I'm always guilty of something. When I think of that little bird, I feel like that little bird was supposed to live, but because we wanted that little bird to fly, we were throwing it in the air so that it can fly, but it never flied. So we felt like, and then it suffocated, and then for now, I'm looking back into that, I feel like, okay, I was too young to know that the bird could fly, So it's a song that I've done. I feel like I've settled, I've rested that case between me and that bird.
The bird. Are you still in touch with some of your childhood friends?
Yes.
The people that you killed that bird with?
Exactly. My brother was one of them. And my friends also. My friend from Dola.
From Dola.
Yes.
Nice. They should also come and confess.
Yes.
Say something to that bird.
We killed the bird, That wasn't nice.
Okay, so also, I feel like you pay attention, like you said, you pay attention to details, right? How long does it take you to learn something, or really just be? Let's say, for instance, how long did it take you to learn how to play the guitar?
Up to today, I'm still learning. There is no any guitarist in the world. Even in Zambia here, one of the best guitarists I respect, Mr. Chunks.
Yeah.
If you ask him to say, how long did you take to learn the guitar? He will still tell you that up to today, he's still learning, because you are still discovering. A guitar is like, it is also like a universe or on its own, like the world, You will still be discovering a lot of things in it. The more you practice, the more you discover. Yeah. So I will never say how long I took. I just continue working.
How many instruments do you play?
No, just a bit of guitar, my voice, and a bit of percussion, ngoma. Ngoma, all of us growing up in villages, we are all the time in touch with traditional.
I've never been to the village.
Yeah, you have to.
I have to.
Yes, very, very important. When you go there, that's when you get in touch with your roots,
How long did it take you to leave the village to come like in the city, in town?
No. All my life, Up to today, I've always considered myself as that kind of a village boy, If I'm here in Lusaka, it's music. It's music that has brought me here.
When you say village, where are you?
I want to share it with the people. By the way, my place where I came from is no longer a village, for real. Like Mokambo, it's no longer a village in sense of the development which is getting in there. When I was growing up, that's when it was more of a village. But now time has passed, it's no longer really a village.
What role are you playing in your community to make sure it's also a town, not just a village?
No, the role that I play is just to inspire the young ones to work hard, not to come to Lusaka, but to work hard where they are. You know, yes,
I love that.
And develop the place.
I love
That's
that.
why there's a radio station there. You know, it has employed some young ones for them to.
Nice. Do you think you've earned the title of a legend?
No.
Why? You denied it something? No. Why?
Because I know what a legend is. You know, a legend is something else.
What's a legend in your own words? Describe a legend.
You know, a legend is somebody where you can say, does that person really lives even? That person really was really in this same world, really. You know, you start even to doubt if that person existed. You know, you start even to doubt if that person is still living or not. You know, that's a legend for you. A legendary is somebody who has done something that you can never do again. You know, you can never replicate what they have achieved. You know?
Musically, who would you put as a legend?
Yes, there are a lot of them. There are legendary people. There are people like Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is a legend. There are people like Tupac. Tupac Shakur is a legend. You know why? Because if you look at the numbers of albums he released when he was alive, the number of films that he featured in, you know, and his age, he was too far ahead of his time. Yeah, those are legends. You know, those are people who did something that we can't do. You know, so for me, I will always be a lover of music, a musician. I want to perfect my music, but maybe in Zambia or here in Africa, we try to get the veteran musician on the status of legends. Legendary, for me, it's something else, because even if you read in the dictionary, a legend, a myth, it almost goes the same. You know, when somebody tells you a story, they say, even in French, they will say, this is a legend. Ça, c'est une légende. A legend in French means a story that didn't really happen, but it has got a certain message in it. A message that we can use for our lives, you know. So like Beauty and the Beast, and then that one, you have to kiss the frog so that the frog can become whatever, the charming prince, you know. There is a certain message in it, but that story never happened. That's a real definition of a legend. So now when we get it to the people, a legend, it means it's somebody who had a legendary life. You know, there are a lot.
I get it. And speaking of message, there's this song that we usually play at work. There's this music video we usually play. I remember when it premiered, we're like, yo, played it on the breakfast show. Guys, Mumba Yachi just got a new song. Come to let us watch it. And we're watching this music video. I don't know what's the title of that song. But then there's, wait, I think you telling a woman to say, you know, come inside, come on top. What's that song again?
Fuera palulu. Fuera palulu ngwelueme.
Like fuera palulu ngwelueme. So such concepts, Do we find such stories on Violet?
Like sexual.
Yes.
Yes.
And also Violet, does it have a certain age group? Or does the music rather have a certain age limitation?
Yeah, in the Violet there is just the truth, it's just my heart speaking, but I don't think there is a sexual orientation, sexual arrangement
Mm.
in the album.
Mm.
It's just talking about my emotions.
Mm.
Yeah, because in this album, because I'm speaking from my heart, so I don't feel like I can have time to talk about sex if I'm speaking from my heart, you know.
Mm.
If the heart must be pure, it, it won't talk about sex. It will talk about some realities that are deep.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Also,
but that song, I'm just so happy I did it, because it's not even me who started that. It is our forefathers from Chipata. Those are the ones that came up with those. Kwera Palulu, Mvelueme. Those are the songs that they play in Chipata villages, whatever. So I just got a concept from it and start to do a story out of it. But if that song is a bit naughty, it's not really me who is naughty. It's our ancestors.
Those are
the ones that are naughty, not me.
You're also multilingual, eh?
Yeah.
How many languages can you speak?
I love languages. I love a lot. Bemba, Swahili, a bit of Nyanja, French, English. What else?
Portuguese?
A bit of Portuguese, yes.
Come for French lessons.
I'm about to start Spanish.
Spanish? How did you learn all this? French, Portuguese, Swahili.
Yeah, that's the goodness about border towns. The border towns are good for that, you know. Because Mokambo being a border town with a border, whatever, village, town, whatever, with the Congo, so French was there.
Okay.
All the time, English, you know, but at the same time, so we were learning French and English at the same time, you know. Yeah, so through music as well, you know, mingling. Yeah.
We need music video awards in Zambia. You know why? People like you need to win 5 awards in one night.
Exactly.
Best creative video, best Chinese video, one video. There's this video recently directed by DJ Lo, Papa Wema.
Thank you.
Guys, what happened that day? What did you drink?
Yeah, we just said, no, let's make a video that respects the arts, a video that respects a legend like Papa Wemba, a video that can speak in so many ways, you know?
Yeah. You invested a lot of money in that video.
Yeah, because investing a lot of money is not just the means, but what it means is the things that we were about to do, the things that we were supposed to do, those were the things that required money. You know, so at the end of the day, you found that you have spent a lot of money, you know, but it was not just for pleasure or for that prestige of spending a lot, but it's just for the things that required to be done. So
I want you to tell me something. I had this conversation with one of my friends at work, and I think you're the best person we can learn from. Let's say, for instance, the same video I'm talking about, obviously you didn't spend less than 10 grand. How do you invest back? How do you get your money back from a music video?
No, in Zambia, I don't know if there are other musicians who have monetized their first YouTube, whatever. But for me, what I believe is, it's not about getting the money back from that video. No, I will get the money back in other ways.
Like,
for example, if I want to make a collabo with an artist from outside, I send them my materials and they look at my things. They say, no, this artist is serious. You know, we can collaborate with this artist. He's serious. Because they can see how you have I've received a lot of calls from big artists, like in reality. Big artists who are asking me to say, where did you shoot that video? I say, in Zambia. They say, in Zambia? Who shot it? I say, a Zambian. They don't believe it. You know? So, that respect I'm getting from it is now up to me to use my brain to start making money. You know? So, a good video, you might not get the money from the good video, but that good video can set can open some doors for you to start making money. Yeah. So we don't have to be afraid to spend money. You know, we just have to know how we can get that money back, because levels are different.
We must not be afraid to spend that money.
We know.
We should just find ways.
Yes, we just have to find ways to. Yes, because
I love that.
Because in this international world we want to break into, we are talking about going international. It's about spending money.
Yes.
Yes. There is nobody who can become international from Zambia here without spending money. Sorry. and the world out there is not merciful. They won't feel pity for you because you are Zambians and you want to make it in the world. No. Is when you have beautiful videos, beautiful sounds, everything on point. That's when you're going to make it out there. Yes. So we always talk about kuchalo, going kuchalo. We have to spend, you know. So those people from kuchalo, when they watch the video, they say, abantu kuja ku Zambia kuja. They are working hard. You will see they can even start coming here to shoot their videos from here. So sometimes in the art we do things for a long-term plan.
Do you have any regrets so far in your career?
Regrets? No.
You don't?
Because everything that is happening is through under God's plans, you know. I can regret, you know. I can regret to say, why did I do that? You know?
Yeah, a believer of Christ also.
Yes, I do. I believe in Jesus Christ.
Oh.
I believe in Jesus Christ. Maybe more, not more. If I want to say more, it's pretense. But I believe in Jesus as a example that we need to follow. You know, as an example that we need to follow, and he came here to show us the way. Yes. So in my life, most of how can I say it? The way I live my life, I don't know out there if people are going to understand this, but the way I live my life, I see my life as Jesus.
You see your life as Jesus?
That's how I see my life.
How?
Yes. I was telling my friend in the morning, when I was coming, I told him to say, because we had an appointment yesterday, and then I didn't show up, and then I called him this morning. I said, where are you? Come out. I'm here. I will come like a thief. I'm the Son of Man. You know? So the words that Jesus used, they always work for me in my day-to-day life. You know? If I give somebody money and then that somebody says, you have saved me. You have one sofa coca problem. I will just tell them to say, no, it is your faith that has saved you. You know? I feel like the words that Jesus used in the Bible, I use them all the time, you know, in my life. But I'm not saying I am Jesus. I'm saying I feel that kind of living in that footstep, you know, living a life that is so free.
Yeah.
You know.
Which church do you congregate?
No, these days no. But I'm a born Catholic.
Okay.
Yeah. But these days I'm a bit at home.
Nice. Mwanami. What's Mwanami?
Mwanami is a song from the album. It's a song that I did in Lunda. It was also talking about Exactly, like we're talking about Jesus Christ.
Mm.
In that song also, it's about God is telling the people to say, you have been through a lot, you have been through hardships in life, but
Yeah.
from today and afterward, you won't have those heavy loads on your shoulders anymore.
Yeah.
I remove all those heavy loads on your shoulders. I wish you happiness, and you and your children's children. So it's a word that I'm telling everyone else out there, to say, you have been through a lot, now it's over, you are going to be fine. Everything is fine for you and the children. Yeah.
Have you ever performed a song that somebody else has written?
Somebody else has written.
Yes.
I'm about to. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
So you've written all your 7 albums?
Yes. Just right there.
All from your head?
And you know, I don't write music like this.
Mm.
They just come. I write them from my head. And when I write a song with a pen and a paper like this, it means the song is done already. Yeah, but I want to venture into that as well. I want my future projects, I want some people to write for me.
Wesley should write you a song.
Exactly, I would love that.
Yeah, I mean, by now, she should have written you a song. Tilo should have written you a song.
Exactly. I was even with him yesterday.
I saw.
I will tell him.
We've been following you. Paparazzi. Tilo is like a young brother.
Okay, good. Yeah, that one is a very good friend of mine. He's a brother to me. All the time he's in Lusaka. He'll want us to meet. Sometimes I might be busy, but when we have time, we meet. It's so good. It makes me so happy where you can have a friend in the industry where he's a friend.
Yeah. Any other person who's like a friend?
I have a lot of them. Wezi is my friend. James Sakala is my friend. Those are people like, they are just friends. We can also talk about something else and some other stuff.
Let's talk about Tazara. I watched it. I was one of the first people that gave you those views.
No, thanks.
Not once, but I think twice.
Thanks.
I love the fact that you engaged people like Lanji.
Yes.
Young upcoming artists. It's a beautiful story, beautiful
acting. Thank you.
How did you think of it? How did you think of it in terms of it becoming a short film, submitting it for nomination, for awards? I mean.
Yes, we just have to put ourselves out there. Nobody will tell us to get out there.
Yes.
Yeah, but I started with long time ago. I did a video called Kantemia, My Firefly. That video was also like a short film, 8 minutes. And then it is after this so many years, 8 years later on, I did Tazara. I've always wanted to make, because my role model is Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson music videos were always short films, So I've always wanted to make short films where people can watch it. They can watch it in the exact length of the song, and they can also expand it. I believe that music is about that. Music is endless. We have to expand our ideas. Yeah, so we thought with Tazara we can expand it so it can be a short film. But when it became a short film, when we were doing it, we never really planned of sending it to festivals. When we were done, that's when we said, no, we can also go further. We send it, we see the result, and the result was positive.
Yeah. Part 2 maybe?
Only God knows.
Only God knows. Thank you so much. Again, I won't stop saying thank you. Also to you people that have been watching and supporting ZMB Talks, I will not stop saying thank you because we are almost hitting a milestone. So please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment. You know what time it is. It's hashtag elevating the industry. Go stream the album Violet right now.
Thank you.
Right
Thank
now.
you very much.
Bye.